right. Looks like we're good. So,
And Livibee microing her heart out here, and she does it really well. It does look like she deflects the attack, and she even saves her hatchery, which puts her in a very, very comfortable position here, not composition, but
well, the thing is, at this stage, she is minorly outnumbered, but she has the home advantage, and she has the fact that she has a queen that can actually take part in this fight. And also something else that FireFlyHugs is going to have to deal with is the fact that this Overlord is probably going to die if he's not careful.
And he's going to supply block. He is going to supply block. If the Overlord dies, he's getting supply block.
And he's getting supply block pretty badly, too. Yep, there it goes.
There it goes down.
But now, Livibee's Lings are more than equal to the task of basically shooing this away. Livibee's now 4 workers up and making 5 more.
She's so far ahead on workers right now. She's getting gas as well for herself, whereas FireFlyHugs just started his gas. She is in a really good spot right now.
It is going to translate into a definite tech advantage. If nothing else, just having Ling speed that much sooner is definitely worth it. And I do believe it's basically, the difference of 100 gas. Yeah. It's the collection time for 100 gas is going to be the difference between the Ling speeds. It's one of those things where I think FireFlyHugs gambled and didn't win.
Yeah.
And that 6 drone deficit is definitely going to hurt him now.
Yeah, that is...
Neuralisk in the chat saying he'd pay good money to hear me debate something with Total Biscuit. I would be totally up for that if somebody wants to organise it. Be the most British thing ever. We'd have to wear top hats. We are seeing, however, a Baneling Nest coming up from Livibee, which again is just another way of cementing the advantage that she already has, because she was able to get a gas up so much sooner, because she had the economic power to do that.
This is very much true. FireFlyHugs does get the scout though, but you might almost assume that there is a Baneling Nest at some point in his ZVZ. He already builds spine crawlers. He's getting defensive links for himself. A lot of links for himself.
The interesting thing for me is that if you look at ZVZ, oftentimes the Baneling Nest is there as an advertisement that you have a Baneling Nest. It's not hidden, it's not concealed, it's right there at the front of the natural, or in this case, just when you go into the main. And that right there is a big thing, because it means your opponent has to take account of the fact that there are potentially Banelings and can't just move their Lings in.
Yep.
It's pretty good stuff. Queen's on the ramp now, trying to stop the Banelings from coming in. Unfortunately,
Zerglings
they have 2.2.
are at the front. Oh wow, very nice.
They have 2.2 range, and the drones are getting murdered. Ooh, that's going to be a painful thing. The thing is, there's enough Lings in here to threaten that spine crawler. And
well, that spine crawler does look like it's gonna die. We have 7 workers killed in total.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse for FireFlyHugs, but he was down in workers already, so this is even more terrible for him now.
Well, his army supply is about even, but actually Livibee's now got double his worker supply with it, pretty much. Which basically puts her so far ahead. I mean, the thing is, in fact, she's got more than you can use to saturate 2 base with, so this is definitely done with some kind of tech in mind. And Livibee there. Queen's on the ramp, please. Thank you, ladies, if you would kindly block off any...
Yeah, well, she's got the queens on her ramp. Also, we have... Oh, losing a drone. Just a single drone outside of FireFlyHugs base there.
That was a randomly placed drone. I can't imagine why that was there.
4 gases here from FireFlyHugs. He's getting the lair. He's... Both players actually going for 4 gases here. That might be Mutalis. Yeah, Mutalis for Livibee.
And again, what we're seeing here is that early gas advantage. That's seemingly what the difference is here. I mean, obviously there was the Banelings as well, but... Oh, interesting. As a denial of the 3rd there. Because it turns out there's a Ling on it, but not for long.
And also the Spire from FireFlyHugs. So both players.
It's kind of necessary.
Yep. Well, he could go for roaches, but that would not kind of do a lot against Mutalisks. It's just simply because roaches they don't shoot up.
It depends. It depends on the numbers. I mean, I've seen roach play used against mutas before, and if there's enough roaches, then yeah, you just tank it and win.
Yeah, but you usually take the +1/+1 with the roaches. So and there's absolutely no evolution chamber for FireFlyHugs, so that would kind of not make a lot of sense there.
Indeed. This is one of those. It's one of the features of this map. I think the fact that there's a spine crawler. Well, A, there's a spine crawler moving across it to try and defend this third base, but B, there seems to be a fairly lengthy path from the natural to the third, which would seem to suggest this is a decent map for not having to take that third, and especially because there's no immediately suggested fourths that leap to mind.
Yeah,
I have to wonder what's FireFlyHugs going to do to come back into this. I mean, he's equalized the working count, but the army supplies are not in any way even. And he just doesn't, I don't think, have the production. I mean, he can't take his third right now because the Beaslings outnumber him massively.
Well, now he's taking the third. Well, nope. Does he? Oh no, they're still doing. I didn't see it was pink on a kind of weird background.
And the mutas make themselves known by killing off a couple of lings and then threatening this base.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh well, this third. Oh, he didn't get the cancel. He did not get the cancel.
He does have a higher muta count.
Yeah, that's very much true. But Livibee will have the +1 armor any second there. So
thus the loss of these overlords is an acceptable one for Livibee, who has a few spare.
Just a few, yeah. Just a few. However,
it's one of those. Oh, interesting. Livibee going into corruptors.
Yeah, it's only.
Is that just for the extra punch?
She's only 1 Mutalisk down for now, so.
Indeed.
This should actually help with in combination with the +1 armor. This should actually help, but maybe she should wait.
The Ling's not doing a nice job tanking that.
Oh, Livibee takes the win.
ASL Prime League, round of 32.
And here we are, we're spawning in on Overgrowth. Ladder Edition, we're in the top right-hand corner. Playing from Australia. Possibly not playing from it, but definitely hailing from it. This is...
Livibee.
And we have down in the bottom left-hand corner in the yellow Panties playing for Alloy Esports. It's
FireFlyHugs.
So, bit of aggression in the last one. Didn't quite pay off for FireFlyHugs.
Patreon.com.
yeah, it does look like it takes it a little bit slower this time.
Well, you know, if you try something and it doesn't work, and you know that it probably won't work again, try something different next time. You know, nothing wrong with that. The question is, what will he go for? He's still getting... He's getting gas.
Yeah, he's
so
definitely going to...
But...
Yep, so he probably will get some link speed for himself, but so does Livibee, just a little bit later than FireFlyHugs.
Livibee doing a little bit of a scout there. Again, it's sort of the timing is fractionally different. I think it's sort of reflecting a difference in build order, but ultimately both of these sets of lings are going to get a scout off because they aren't really interested in killing each other. They're more interested in finding out what's going on in this base. Livibee, however, is going to potentially get a kill on this drone.
Oh.
Maybe. Knows. Nope, the queen is going to protect. Oh no.
Oh.
Livibee gets a kill.
She gets the drone kill, which is actually a good thing now. She's only 1 worker down. It's still a huge difference considering this is a mirror match. And
also,
you really don't want to be down in workers.
Absolutely. And in terms of sort of cost efficiency, that was totally worth it. The 50 minerals spent on those 2 lings, not going to be as costly as losing the 50 minerals plus the rest of the income that drone was going to get you.
Yeah, indeed. So that went quite well for Livibee at this very moment. Both players getting the Baneling Nest up. Again, FireFlyHugs a little bit earlier than Livibee. This might give him a little bit of a timing window there, but not all that much.
No.
Both players are pretty much at the same spot right now.
The thing is, when it comes to timing windows, one of the sort of the qualities of players of this level is that they can make something of even the smallest window. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, we've got Baneling Nests up for both, and Livibee spawning in a Bane already. I'm wondering whether that's just a purely defensive Baneling and whether there's actually something else behind that. But again, we see the Baneling Nests at the front, advertising the fact that there are Banelings in this base, just as in case you thought you could run in a million lings and kill me.
Yeah,
Got Banelings.
It's kind of like the watch out for the dog plate that you have in your house.
Yeah.
So.
Although at this stage we're seeing roaches, a roach warren and a lair finishing up for our yellow Zerg. But no roach warren, just the lair for Livibee. So would this be...
So for Livibee, I think we will have the Mutalis again, considering she's taking all 4 gases right now.
Yes, so, but I'm wondering how many mutas would you get off 2 base muta? Like, at least in your sort of initial wave, how much would you end up... Ooh, Livibee microing like a beast there. Threatening that queen. Actually, the queen could be in some trouble depending on the micro there. No, Banelings come to defend. It's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't really want to lose all her forces until she's got some Mutalisks out. I mean, there are a lot of roaches on the way, and the Spire isn't even finished yet, and there is still a lot of time until the Mutalisks are done. She will get out, probably, depending on what she spends gas on right now, she will probably get like 6 Mutalisks out at a time, but there are 8 roaches, and they get the +1, they get the roach speed, so we will have to wait and see, I guess. Livibee getting a 3rd base, as well as Patch Zerg.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I have to admit, Glial Reconstitution is a fantastic upgrade, and it's basically mandatory, in the same way that there are certain upgrades, I think, that if you're going to have a unit, you get that upgrade, and Ling Speed is one, Stim is another. It's just that thing of, if you have this unit, you will get this upgrade. Zealot Legs, for instance, as well, because without them, they're not nearly as useful. They're not nearly as potent.
This is very much true. But then again, I actually did see...
eating this base.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually doing quite a lot of damage, and the only reason that there's no response is because there's an attack going on the other side to do more damage. And Livibee needs to move those spine back, otherwise it's going to die.
FireFlyHugs saves his hatchery and the day. There are Mutalisks on the way for 8 Mutalisks actually for Livibee, and it does.
This base is dead.
Oh, this base is not going to survive. Yep, there it's down.
It was close, but unfortunately not close enough.
Yeah, and now Livibee actually needs to do some damage for herself. Else she will put herself behind. If she doesn't, she needs to get this.
I love how people in the chat are saying I could cast golf. Oh, it'd be amazing. In any case, we're seeing here the Zerg player pulling out her 9-iron and attempting to beat overlords to death with it. There is a little bit of a ling run by into the natural, and there are roaches out there, but the queen may still perish before they go down. Will it happen? Oh, so close. That's almost worth flying the mutas in just to finish that one off.
Free roaches. But still, there's a spore crawler to protect.
Yes, and considering they kill a mutalisk every 2.4 seconds, I believe it is.
Yeah, they're quite powerful there. So you don't want to run your mutalisk into these spore crawlers.
Like that. But yeah, no, the day they made that patch was an interesting day for ZVZ, just because it only really affects mutalisks, really. the number of times you see the other flying units. I mean, okay, yeah, there is still that build that I think was it Katz did where he pulled he put a spore crawler down really early and killed his opponent's scouting overlord with it. But looks like an attacking force of Lings heading down for Livibee though. And is there anything to stop that from going in and doing damage? Well, there's roaches. That'll do. +1 roaches. Nearly +2 roaches, actually.
Yeah, these things don't have any upgrades so far. And look at what FireFlyHugs is doing. He is getting a nice Nidus Swarm for himself.
Ooh, that could be a painful experience.
I like that so much. Finally, Livibee is getting the +1/+1 for her.
D the Hunter, yes, I do mean Spore into Massling. Yeah.
So, Livibee getting a 4th base just now. The Nidus Swarm is not yet detected. Roaches and Hydralis swarming into that base.
I have to say, I'm looking at this, and part of me is wondering why the Nidus was there, because it doesn't seem to provide anything, given that the roaches and hydras are already on that base.
The only problem right now that Livibee has is that her Banelings, that was her ground support to get the Hydralis down, were just killed, so that base is going to die again.
Yeah,
and
I think the hydras are even ignoring the mutas to do it.
Yeah, she did lose a lot of mutas.
And the scary thing is, this isn't even like, as far as FireFlyHugs is concerned, this isn't even all in. This is just like...
No, it's not. He's on 3 bases. He could afford a 4th, a 5th base.
The thing
but
is, I think he just smells
is
blood.
in trouble.
I think, yeah, FireFlyHugs has smelled blood and is going for the kill.
Yeah. And she doesn't. He doesn't even bother with. Oh, look at these Banelings. They don't do any damage or almost no damage. Not nearly enough on these roaches. These are +2/+2. No, actually +2 range roaches only. I think they are getting the +1 armor just now. But still, they're so resilient against Banelings. 12 Hydralis on the way.
Yeah, and at this stage we're dealing with mutas versus queens that can transfuse each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult to win that one.
Yeah.
Then again, Livibee's cleaning up her natural. She's on the same number of mining bases because all the drones from the natural fled to the third.
But
and now we see the Nidus Worm.
But she did lose 25 workers in this, and this is a really hard blow considering that she's 30 workers down.
Yeah, she's also 30 odd army supply down as well, which is never going to go well.
Nope. Oh well. Oh, now FireFlyHugs is going for that 4th base here.
Ultra Cavern.
Oh yes.
I don't know if it's going to help because there's not going to be enough to support the Ultralisks, but
well, she doesn't have the gas. That's a problem.
The 4th base is also about to fall.
Yeah. So that was maybe a tad too late with the Ultralisk there. There's just simply no gas. Some nice Baneling connections though, getting rid of some of the Hydralis, but I kind of doubt that was enough.
Yeah, well also it doesn't help the fact that Livibee isn't actually making anything at this point. Ah, there we go, 20 Lings on the build. The problem is they're not going to do an awful lot to two weapon 2/1 Hydras.
Yeah, well she doesn't have the lava to do more than that. She would need the bases. She simply doesn't have the lava to do something.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, at this stage, the roaches 2-shot them. The hydras 4-shot. I think.
There's a GG being called by Livibee. Yep. There's just too many roaches. And we are back with the last game, the definite last game between these two players. And we have in the 10 o'clock position, representing LOA Esports in the yellow panties, it's
FireFlyHugs.
And playing on the far right-hand side at about, say, 2 o'clock, 2:30. Definitely a little late for lunch, but definitely too early for dinner. It's our pink Zerg.
Livibee.
So, them lings that are going across map.
And I kind of eat my words I said before.
Yeah?
About the early aggression, which is Livibee just about to go for. She even goes for an really early inning nest here. Wow. Out of one base, FireFlyHugs.
10 pool baneling.
10 pool baneling, yeah. This is actually really, really dangerous here for FireFlyHugs.
I mean, he has seen them. He has seen the forces.
He has seen them. He gets the spine crawler. He does have a queen on the way. Spine crawler gets cancelled.
The thing is, he's seen 4 lings.
He did not see the banelings yet. He did not see the banelings yet.
No, he did not. And that right there is potentially going to cost him quite dearly.
Oh, yeah. Now he sees them.
But at this point, the Banes are being brought back to support. Oh. They're being brought back to support, but then taken away again. And if Livibee's not careful, this is going to turn into a bit of a non-attack. There needs to be some damage done with these Banes.
Yeah, she needs to do something else. It won't be worth it. Ooh, 1 worker killed at the moment.
The worker's being chewed on there.
Now the Zerglings just do the rest, what the Banelings couldn't.
And that right there is actually...
wow. This actually 9
stable.
Workers killed, and she's even in workers right now. This, well, apart from the fact that she doesn't have a second base, she doesn't have her hatchery just yet, she keeps pressuring. Look at this.
Yep, there's another Baneling being morphed in, and there are lings. Oh, wait, that Baneling...
Oh, that
do something.
Oh, no. Ling's been on the way for her as well.
The thing is that, like, the amount of Banelings that she's able to morph in means that she's able to put on pressure that actually FireFlyHugs cannot ignore. He literally cannot afford to take the time out to not have this. And the really big thing at this stage is the fact that FireFlyHugs doesn't have any queens.
Yep.
And he really needs those if he's going to make it through this. Livibee getting those Banes into position to try and do some worker harass again.
Oh, wow, that's...
Again.
Well, that was only 2 workers right now. That wasn't all that much.
But even so, I mean, this is army supply versus army supply. Livibee is ahead by 3 workers now, or 2 workers now.
And this is actually painful, just simply because, well, as I said before, you kind of don't want to be behind on workers. Oh, wow, she just...
That was a good Bane hit.
Yeah, she just killed most of the of her opponent's Baning, Zerglings there. Banelings, Zerglings, everything.
They all explode with acid eventually.
Yeah.
The worker's trapped in there. If they're not careful, that Baneling is going to do some sick damage.
GG! Wow, Livibee takes it.